Welcome to the Luxe Leap. My name is Reland Logan, and we chat with women-led businesses making bold moves, big wins, and the secrets to extraordinary branding. So I have a question. What does it mean to stand out? Not just on the court, but in life. Today's guest has spent her career helping athletes answer that question with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Angela Lewis is a former professional basketball player, celebrated author, and passionate advocate for athlete development. Standing at 6'1" since the age of 12, Angela knows what it's like to navigate visibility and identity, and she turned that experience into a mission to help others rise. She scored over 1,000 points in both high school and college, played professionally overseas, and coached more than 500 athletes across all levels. As the author of The Game-Changing Assist, Post Moves, and A Ball and a Chance, Angela uses storytelling to inspire success, celebrate culture, and support life beyond the game. She's also the creator of the 6V system, a transformative framework designed to help athletes grow from valley to victory by strengthening their voice, vision, values, and more. And as the head of customer success at Speaker Hub, she supports over 60,000 speakers around the world in amplifying their message. She's a Robin Roberts Sports Communication Award recipient, a coach, a creative, and above all, a leader who helps shine on and off the court. So please welcome the unstoppable, purpose-driven powerhouse, Angela Lewis. Hi, Angela.
Hi, Ray. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm so excited to chat with you today.
We're going to have so much fun. And, just to kick it off, that lead up gave us an idea of your backstory, but it always sounds better when it comes from you. So what inspired you to start your brand?
What inspired me to start my brand, it happened by accident. As you mentioned, I'm 6'1", so I can't help but stand out in most spaces. But basketball gave me the opportunity to have a platform. And the stage that was my stage for so long was the court. And that's the place where I got to speak and inspire and share ideas and really help others grow. And so over the years, I was able to publish books to help young athletes, and that really began to shape my brand. So it was by accident and out of service for others, to others.
Oh my goodness, I love it. You and I have chatted about this. I cheered my entire life. You played basketball your entire life, probably from about the same ages, if I'm not mistaken, like around 5 years old. And so what sports gives us is something that I don't think, we talk about it inside our sports worlds, but inside our teams about the leadership that is developed in these spaces. But I don't feel like we talk about it as much once we start to hit that professional level. And the work you're doing really helps tie that together. Do you want to share more about how these systems not only help the speakers that you support, but also athletes as they become professionals beyond the court?
Definitely. The one thing that we learned from athletics that is very unique early on is self-reflection. After every game, we're looking at game film. You're looking at the stats to see how well you've done. And so one of the things that I am really adamant about helping athletes learn, especially when you're in the valley with the 6V system, is to figure out how you got there. So what happened? And being really honest about how did you get there? And then what are the steps that you can take to get yourself out of the valley? Because honestly, only you can do the work. And you learn that in sport. You can want to be better, but you're the only one that can go in the gym and put up the shots, or you're the only one who can run the laps. So being really clear about who you are and being able to move to the next level.
And I agree. I think when you are in sports, there's nobody else to blame, really. You have to say, what was my share of this pie, no matter what kind of team you're on. There's 5 folks on the basketball court. There are 4 women to put up a stunt. It takes all of us, but also owning your part of that and how we got there and being able to make the necessary pivots. And a basketball game is approximately an hour? Give or take?
Yes.
Roughly.
With stops. Yeah. An hour.
Yeah. About an hour. Being on a cheer competition floor is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And once something has come to pass, it has come to pass. And we can't run back in time and be like, excuse me, ref, can you pause? Can we do that again? Actually, can we just start over? That's not real. And so when you think about that in terms of your brand, has there ever been like, what was that pivotal moment where you were like, this is really defining where I'm today? And in that moment, did you ever wish you could take a time out?
Was there ever a time when I wish I could have stopped and basically start over and take
Mm-hmm.
a time out? For me, it is really deciding who I'm going to be in the world and living in that space, And so it was probably maybe 6 months ago. I said, okay,
Cool.
you publish books, you're an author. You can't you can't deny that part of you, because it's easy to say I'm a coach because I've coached, but the what it boils down to for me is, what is the lasting impact that I want to leave, and what has had the greatest impact? And it has been writing and speaking. So I live in that space, author, speaker. Now, when people need help, I'm happy to help and do workshops and coach them through the systems. But for the cornerstone is speaking and writing. And I had to really own that and live in that space.
I mean, you've written multiple books. So kind of walk me through the mindset of why you didn't want to own that title for a moment. I ask hard questions.
Because no, this is a great question. And here, this is the truth, is because I know so many people who've written books. And so, but whatever industry you're in, you know a lot of people who've done it. And so I really didn't value the extent, like I do now, the work that I've done, because it was like, oh, everyone has published a book. No, but the heart space in which I published the book, who it's for, the impact that it's had is worth lifting up every single day. And so that's why we often downplay our gifts and talents, because we start looking out and comparing ourselves to others instead of saying, it doesn't matter how many people have published books. The heart space that mine came from, the reason that I did it, is completely different than others.
You know what? I 1000% relate to that, because that's how I felt about starting this podcast. I was like, there's so many podcasts out there about business and marketing. Why do you want to hear from me?
Mm-hmm.
Almost word for word, the quote given to the podcast production team.
Yes.
And in that space, I was like, okay, there's like 100 million of these. Like, who cares what I have to say? Now, before we hopped on this, I was sharing with you how I found my inner voice, and like life has changed in the span of almost a year. But you're right. When you're surrounded by people who do this day in and day out, it doesn't feel any different. But if me and you were to tomorrow go walk to the mall, walk into the mall and be like, hey, person, what do you do? I can promise you, we are not, our first 5 people are not going to be like, I own a business, I have a podcast, I write books. Like, we're not going to
Exactly.
hear those things.
Exactly. I was just at the WNBA All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis this past weekend. Unbelievable. And so I was walking around talking to people about A Ball and a Chance, and it's coming out this fall. And they were so excited to hear about this story about little Destiny. And I was thinking, oh my God, it's so game time right now. Like, this book is needed and it's incredibly powerful. But everyone said, oh, there's nothing like that here. In all the activations, there's nothing like this. But I live in a world where a bunch of people have published. And so I thought, oh, like, they would think it's cool, maybe. But the extent to where we're going, I'm elated about it.
It's just, it's so awe-inspiring sometimes to look back and say, whoa, I did that, or I'm doing this. And seeing that it has impact, just the impact that you're leaving on the world, Angela, is, well, it's powerful, and it's a lot larger than 6'1".
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
You gotta own it and love every moment of it. So, okay, first off, let's just not bypass the fact that you just said that you were at WNBA All-Star Week. That is so incredible. Like, what was it? What was that like, being there as an author who writes about the sport and coaching now versus being the athlete or the coach in that space?
Reland, all of the little kids and the moms and the dads and the families, I just had these visions of them reading the book and all the other stories that can be told. And then I was talking to people, and they came from all over to share in this experience. And so when I think about the series that's to come, it's this little girl being able to have these experiences and use sport to connect with people all over the world. It was unbelievable for an OG like me who played back in the day when no one cared about our stories, to be in a space and time where people actually care and I get to share that. It is really a blessing.
I literally just got chills on that one because you're right. Like, gosh, I know I'm a little younger than you, but like, if we think about it, nobody really came to girls' basketball games.
No.
My sister played basketball. The fight of is cheerleading a sport was like real when I was a kid, and All-Star Cheer had just started when I was in high school. And, now let's like fast forward. Cheer's about to be in the Olympics. People are excited to buy season tickets for women's basketball games. Ellie the Elephant is hands down the world's best it's not even women's mascot, the best mascot. Period.
Ellie, if you have not been to Brooklyn to catch Ellie for the New York Liberty, Ellie is everything. She has outfit changes. Her nails are done. She walks on the carpet on the way in. Ellie's everything. Yes.
Ellie was everything. When I was in New York this summer, she was dancing to Beyonce, and I literally was like, listen, everybody, I don't care. I don't even care about this game anymore. I fell in love with an elephant.
Yes,
I fell in love with an elephant.
Y'all check out Ellie.
I really do love Ellie. I think in this space, like when we think about even down to having the best mascot, it's just a testament to showing how much stronger women's sports are starting to become, and that we are just as much athletes and beasts on the field, court, mat, you name it, as our male counterparts. And people are excited for it. Like Portland just got an
extension.
We got our team back. Actually, we originally had a team. Now we have a team again. But it's just so powerful to watch and be a part.
It is. And there's money and marketing dollars being put behind. There were two instances that really shifted women's basketball and women's sports. Basketball to start, but the NIL being able to pay college athletes really changed the amount of visibility that athletes have.
That is just, we're just entering in. This is one of the positive things that's happening in the world right now. And I just feel like we need to spend like 2 minutes just saying, look, there's something good happening.
Yeah.
Just to own the fact that there's something to celebrate feels really amazing.
It really does. There's never been a better time. There's never been a better time to be a woman who's connected to sport, involved in sport, loves sports. It's really exciting.
We're going to change the whole world. Finally.
Yeah.
Just finally. We've been wanting to do it for a while, but finally. It's here. So, moving on to the future, further into the future, because we're kind of here already. What are your long-term goals for expanding your brand's impact?
100,000 chances. So the book is called A Ball and a Chance. 100,000 chances. Want to get this book and in minimum 100,000 children's hands in order to help them understand that, one, the world is their opportunity. 2, it's okay to do hard things. And 3, whatever your gift is, there are people in other places who share that same gift, and it's okay to go and share in that. For me, it was sport. For you, gymnastics. For someone else, it may be hockey. For someone else, it may be dance. Whatever it is, being able to, cheer, but being able to go and do those things. Okay. I was like, I know you said cheer, but I could have sworn we talked about gymnastics.
But gymnastics is hard. Just
very. Yeah, it is very. Nevertheless, the goal is for the future, at minimum 100,000 chances for our kids.
That's beautiful. I mean, as a mom, as an auntie, as a person who's surrounded by children. I can't even say cheerleaders or children. It's just all one word at this point. I've coached so many kids over the last 16 years. But they deserve those chances. They also deserve people around them who will show them that winning is a choice. And when I was coaching, I had 3 rules, and I honestly keep these rules even in business. Rule 1 is to think. Like, we really have to turn our brain on. Please and thank you, everybody. Like, a group think is not a healthy place to be in. You need to think. And then rule number 2 is no excuses, only solutions. I basically said that because when you're coaching teenagers, they'll just come and like dump it all on you, and then you have to say, so what do you think we should do? But I think that's a great rule to have as an adult too. Like, no excuses, only solutions. To your earlier point, when you're in the valley, only you can get yourself out of it. And then rule number 3 is choose to win, because winning is a choice. You know, I think of Michael Jordan saying, I'm like, however many shots he missed, because apparently that quote is not coming to my brain today. But the idea is that you have to lose more than you win. And the only way you can win is if you get back up again. So winning is truly a choice. It's not hapstance. It's not necessarily luck. And especially in sports, it is effort based. And
Yes.
so I feel very strongly about that. And I think telling kids that they have 100,000 chances helps them get back up.
Agreed. 100%. You have to just keep trying if you actually want what you say you want.
Yeah. Or go try something you do want.
Mm-hmm.
But too often do I see people give up way too soon in business, in sports, and honestly, just about anything.
Agreed. You have to be willing to. I mean, I talk about playing ball and playing professionally, but I wasn't very good. I'm 6'1". I've been this since 12, but I actually could not play basketball. I was not a good player. And I wanted to quit, but I lucked out in terms of having big brothers who supported me. So it also, environment makes a difference as well. There's the internal and what we say to ourselves and how we keep pushing ourselves forward, but also who you're surrounded by really impacts your life in ways that you may not recognize in the moment.
Yeah. Environment is huge, huge. And in the words we say to ourselves and the words that others say to us has a huge impact on our ability to get up and keep going. So now that you can't unhear this, for those who are listening, if you can't unhear what we just told you, take a self audit and say, are the people who are around me serving me? And are the words I'm saying to myself serving me? One of those you can change immediately. The other one, it's a journey. But at the end of that journey, it's a world of opportunity.
There is. And then, Ray, the environment is in real life, but then it's also online. We control what's on our social media platforms. We control what we listen to, what we consume. All of that impacts us as well.
It does. Our world is not just what's in front of your face, like in front of your immediate touching vicinity anymore. I have friends all over the world because of social media. But I also, like, here's a great example. I don't get on Facebook anymore. This is a fun fact about me. I know my Instagram posts this to my Facebook. People tell me happy birthday on there, and they probably think I'm the rudest person on planet Earth because I never respond. Facebook to me is one of the most toxic environments that I could put myself into. So I just simply don't.
Yep.
And I am known to block people real fast on LinkedIn. I kid you not. Because it's all about your mental health and how you can show up time and time again.
It's critical. And guarding that is very, very important.
We could do a whole dissertation on how to protect yourself in the world of social media. And I was just setting up Grayson's new iPad yesterday. Ooh, was he not happy with mom?
What did you do or not do?
He doesn't have access to YouTube anymore.
No
I
YouTube?
set up all the kids things. He can't even hold it this close to his face. It'll tell him it has to back up.
Really? That's a feature.
That's a new feature, so kids don't like hurt their eyeballs. But and now if he wants to download or put anything on it, I have to get a text message to approve it. And I finally was like, no, because he just started saying things that were too old, started doing things that were just not age appropriate in my personal opinion. And I was like, no, we're going to get straight on the straight and narrow. We're going to focus on the things that matter. And my child has spent his summer playing sports and learning how to type.
That's wonderful.
Probably the most random combination. And
Yeah.
learning how to type because it's a skill they're not teaching anymore. So very, very random.
Oh,
Alrighty, so
because everything's voice activated. You can just
everything's
speak
voice
everything.
activated.
That's a good point.
He actually really loves it. He thinks it's a fun game to learn how to type. And I'm trying to do it while we don't have to type 5-page papers.
Sure. Yeah.
Because if these kids start dictating their papers, we're in a world of hurt because it means you don't talk like you write. I don't have to explain that to you. You're a speaker and an author, but it's, there's MLA formatting and all that jazz. Well, looking back to your book, since it's going to come out soon, how is your marketing strategy going to adapt to support this new brand growth?
This is going to be different. I was talking to someone earlier about this. This is going to be completely different than what I did before. I didn't know how to do much before, but what's going to be different now is I'm going to be online more. So tons of podcast interviews leading up to and once the book is released. The second thing that I'm going to do, instead of like in the past when I had a book launch and tried to invited people out, I'm actually going to set up at events that already have my target market. Instead of trying to get everyone to come to the same place. Well, there's so many basketball games happening. There are basketball tournaments. There's the Final Four coming up. There's college basketball, high school basketball. Like my target market already gathers every weekend. Every day throughout the country, my target market they're already together. And so my marketing strategy this time is podcasts, going to where they are, and of course posting that on social and inviting people to follow and learn more. So that's the plan.
So does that mean that you're going to make it up to where I live since Nike's down the street and has about 100 tournaments?
Yes. I have a West Coast tour planned. I'm coming west. The Final Four is in Phoenix, Arizona in April. And so I'm already envisioning a West Coast tour.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's a high chance that I make it to Phoenix almost every April, just a heads up.
Okay.
It's my birthday month too, so.
Where better place to celebrate than the Final Four?
I mean, it's so nice that time of year there. You're going to love it. But you're going to have a busy holiday season for how many basketball tournaments are usually right after Christmas.
Exactly. There's so much opportunity. Yeah. So instead of trying to bring people to me, I learned the hard way when I ran events and no one showed up that just go to where they are. Go to where your people are.
And you're right. Like you could have a table right after ticketing and they'll just all come straight there.
And they come back day after day. That's the beautiful thing about tournaments and those type of events. They're there all day and they come multiple times per day.
And little girls just love to have things signed.
They do.
So it's going to be amazing.
Thank you. I'm so excited. And I have books for all ages. So elementary school, the middle school book with A Game and a Chance, the book for the college students. And I have something for high school right in the back pocket. I just have to get A Ball and a Chance
this one
published.
Done too. I mean, on a positive note, at least in high school, you can either buy the college book or buy the middle school book and you're still going to be okay.
Very true. And the messages in both of those are applicable. Yeah, so I'm super excited about all that is to come.
I'm excited for you. Now I want to go set up your booth. Okay, here we are. All the things that I can think of in a span of a podcast. Well, I think that is a beautiful transition for my favorite questions that I ask every single person.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
She's like, oh no, what's happening? It's like double jeopardy. What does a day living a luxurious life look like for you?
You see my shoulders start moving because I love to salsa dance. Like I heard luxurious and immediately I started dancing.
I love it.
A luxurious day is waking up, going on a walk, coming back, and actually making sales because that's luxurious. Seeing the sales come in and then going to the spa and then going dancing in the evening and a good meal in between. So we're going to dance, we're going to make some money, we're going to go on a walk, and we're going to get a massage.
I mean, all those things are on my love to do every week list. So I live for it. I'm going to the spa tomorrow. I love dancing. I don't know if I ever told you that I'm on a hip hop dance team for adults.
No? Oh my God. No,
Yeah.
we definitely need to talk about that. I want to
I
be a part of the team.
I love dancing. Um, so when you said gymnastics and you're like, you meant cheer, I was like, yeah, well, I've done all three of those things. Um, frequently, Grayson's also quite an amazing little dancer. I'll send you a video of his MJ routine. And then, but yeah, and money, I'm never shy to say I'm happy when money hits my bank account.
It's a good feeling.
Full stop. And I go on walks all the time because I have to keep my cardio on a certain level. It
Yeah.
sucks.
We have to keep it together. We do what we can to keep it together, right?
And I'm sitting here looking at the app, like, am I in the green zone? Am I in the green zone? Walk slower. Like, it's really funny. All right, last one, best one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In one word, what is your primary motivation in business?
Impact.
Why?
Because business is about service. And the service, if we can serve more people and give more to more people, then business will thrive. So all about impact.
I love it. Well, Angela, it's been absolutely so much fun chatting with you today. How can everybody find you and find your books?
You can find me and my books at angelarlewis.com. I'll also leave a link in the show notes where you can find more information about the book. And then you can find me on LinkedIn, Angela R. Lewis.
Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Well, everybody, like she said, we'll have it all in the show notes. And we will, when her book comes out, we will be cheering her on nonstop. So get excited for that. But until next time, you guys have a beautiful day. Be safe. And we couldn't do this without you. Talk soon. Bye-bye.